Today we've got a very spicy game featuring none other than Magnus Carlsen, playing white, and facing off against Jose Carlos Ibarra Jerez. And this one? It's weird. It's wild. It's Magnus showing us that even when he plays something questionable, he somehow makes it work. Let's dive into it, move by move, strategy by strategy. Alright, Magnus starts with h4, and let's just be honest, this is a straight up bad move. It doesn't fight for the center, doesn't help development, and basically invites black to take over the game. Stockfish immediately gives black a half-pawn lead. But hey, it's Magnus, he's either trolling or testing something. Black plays it by the book e5, grabbing the center, controlling d4 and f4. Classic strong opening play. This is where it gets interesting. Magnus tries to undermine the center from the side with c4, almost like an English opening vibe. It's actually the best move here, shows he's not going full caveman. Black develops, and Magnus continues with e3. Preparing to bring the dark squared bishop out and maybe support the center with d4. It's a little passive, but structurally sound. Here's the second eyebrow raiser. g4. Magnus is going full wing it mode, literally. He's starting a kingside pawn storm on move 4. But again, it does challenge black's setup. This is a small slip by black. g6 seems logical, prepping to fianchetto the bishop, but it weakens the dark squares and lets Magnus jump in with g5. Now Magnus kicks the knight with g5, and it's actually the best move. This is where things get sharp. The knight heads to h5, which is kind of stuck there. Not ideal for black. Magnus simplifies with a queen trade and forces the king to d8. This is subtle but strong. Now the king loses castling rights and is stuck in the middle for the whole game. Strategic win for white. Magnus develops his pieces naturally, knights out, bishop ready to be repositioned. Black also continues standard development but doesn't fix the awkward knight on h5. This is when Magnus starts aiming for central and kingside control. He recaptures with the king to keep pieces on the board. Then black plays h6, trying to chip away at white's g5 pawn. White sacrifices structure to activate pieces. Notice how that knight is now jumping into great squares. Black's king tucks onto e7, still not safe, still not ideal. White quietly builds with b3, prepping bb2, while black's bishop move to f8 is passive. It's just hanging back, not helping much. Now Magnus plays bb2, lining up on the long diagonal. And f5 by black looks like a brave try to generate counterplay, but it actually opens up more weaknesses. Magnus brings in the heavy artillery. The rook lifts to d1, black repeats with the king on e7, but it's still super exposed. Here comes the subtle magic. Magnus trades knights and brings the rook to d3, eyeing both sides. This is classic Carlsen build, don't rush. Double rooks on the d-file. Black tries to reposition with nf6, but it's already starting to fall apart. Magnus kicks the bishop and repeats to get better control. But here's the key, he's not just making random moves, he's using threats to win tempo and improve piece coordination. This move is excellent. White pushes b4, and black is now in trouble. The bishop is hanging, and there are tactics in the air. And here's where it breaks open. rd6 is a surgical strike, the rook invades with tempo, and now the threat of re6 looms. And boom, checkmate, that's it. One beautiful rook lift and it's game over. Black completely collapses. That's the power of building slowly, trading at the right moments, and punishing small inaccuracies. So yeah, what started as a sketchy h4 turned into a full-on positional masterpiece. Magnus played like he was in no rush, just letting black make small mistakes until it all fell apart. If you liked this breakdown, make sure to drop a like and let me know what game we should cover next. Until then, study your endgames, don't play h4, and try not to let your king wander into the middle.